I dilute the art form by my constant focus on alliteration. I start forming condensation from the constant criticism of my carefully crafted caricatures of my cravings regarding fine dining with my heart and mind. It's that reasoning with the divine, where the red wine pours out of my soul from the flood of the vine. I know I said something you did not prefer, but you gotta be honest with yourself that you like me the most when I deter. I know I can say some things in a condescending way, but it's because you're speaking from a place where you constantly betray. I'm not gonna sway you with kind words during your current devilish parlay. Sometimes I gotta say you're acting like a bitch. Put down the switch, church, I said acting, cause you're not a female dog but the bride of Christ. Sometimes you gotta be offended to realize how much you've been pretending. A whitewashed tomb doesn't wanna be told he's speaking from the bathroom, cause that room is where you've been resting. You've been washing with the swine. That's why you're whining. That's where you're hiding. That's why you avoid crying. You know the tears will heal, but you feel that's what you deserve. You pervert what he did on the third. That's why you can't stop lusting. Her busting got you baited, cause it's got your concentration. You feel ugly inside, so her beauty is a pride. Sexual sin is spiritual suicide. Prostitution puts a price on something priceless. We're to feel his image in this earth. Sex creates birth. A child needs parents to develop worth. A community establishes support for a partnership. Please avoid surrogates. A church proclaims Christ as cornerstone to preach to this little heathen. Accept the breath he be breathing. So here's what we not gonna do. Ain't gonna pretend like we know your shoe as much as we claim we do. I prefer we be Kirkin and be a happy warrior. The war starts from wood. Admit how much you've been sinning. That will get you free from the prison. That will get you thinking about how you should be living. Don't be grinning as this empty cross stabs you right in the pride. One eye open, that third eye was blind. Notice how Baphomet has two horns, two hands, two hooves. The horns are an extension of his focus. Male or female choice of the hands of the lightning, the hooves of the thunder. Hey Peter, you don't think we don't see you coming just cause you talking about what you hope to be. Hey Sam, don't you know you're supposed to be the man? This is Frodo and destroying the ring, not crafting it with glee. Hello Adam, you made some politically biased choice regarding the NBA. I know it's 2K, but why can't we see the rainbow in its original way? Did you tell that to Mr. and Mr. Macron when they put a hit on our good old boy Charlie? Watching blood gush from his neck was gnarly. So in basketball you put the press on when you want your opponent to make a quick mistake. Go for the steal and hope for a lay. Aggressive play, but sometimes the moment calls for a whole lot of cray. That doesn't mean you call yourself yay. That doesn't mean you gotta see if Fuentes will be your white play-by-play. I don't even know what a groper is. I don't let a woman give me advice. Cool story, bro, but hey, let's not forget how the first Adam let the snake say whatever he wanted to say. Adam lost his saint status and birth identities from the grave. He engraved in his son's performance, and Cain got carried away. God still fathered him and said sin has a predatory way. So no, I will not take the bait from the snake. I know there's been hatred for white men who are straight. I will not respond in kind to an assassin's hatred. I lift up Tyler Robinson. May he be protected from assassination. May he have a great cellmate. May he live the rest of his life hearing murderers who got redeemed by the Nazarene. I belong to a different nation. You want me to focus on she was white and he was black, stabbed in the neck. I won't object. You want me to focus on a white man getting shot, but a white man shot him in the neck. So do we go to a sale and have him put on blackface too? Better tell your tale straight rattling. I ain't white, I'm a son of the light. The son of God, that son of man, even son of Sam became Jesus. Biggest fan converted, more prisoners than I'll ever do in my limited lifespan. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Matthew 25:23. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may approve what the will of God is, that what is good and pleasing and perfect. Romans 12:2. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who will rejoice. Weep with those who weep. But being of the same mind toward one another. Not being haughty in mind, but associating with the humble. Do not be wise in your own mind. Never paying back evil for evil to anyone. Respecting what is good in the sight of all men, if possible. So as far as it depends on you, being at peace with all men. Never taking your own revenge, beloved. Instead, leave room for the wrath of God. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. But if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him a drink. For in so doing, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12, 14 through 21.